Hello, wonderful students. I hope you're having a great day in school today. My name is William Esquivel, and I work at the central office. I am one of the parent liaisons. I grew up in El Salvador. El Salvador is a small country in Central America, basically like 5 countries down south of the US. I grew up inside a crater, inside a volcano crater, but don't worry, the volcano has been extinct for 55,000 years. So what does extinct mean? It means that it's not active, it's not throwing out lava or rocks or things like that. It's just there, just sleeping. So there is a big lake that accumulated, water that accumulated through time, and now there is a lake that we all enjoy in El Salvador. Growing up in El Salvador, I attended the local school, El Lago de Coatepeque, and I then went to the state's high school, and then I took an associate in accounting, and I was in the middle of getting my bachelor's degree in accounting when I moved to the USA. I came to the USA when I was 24 years of age. I came to New York. I was a baker for a little while, and then I became store clerk, and then worked other things while I was learning some of the language. Then I moved to Indiana with my wife and my kids. Marcus is studying to become an engineer at IUPUI, and Sophia, she is an 8th grader, could be like someone like you. I have the blessing to work with many families from Wayne Township, and I communicate with them through Parent Square, through email, through text. I also work with interpreters like the ones you will see for the parent-teacher conferences. From 2013 until 2016, I was in Lyndhurst, and then I moved to the central office to the position that I have right now in 2016. Some students from Bridgeport Elementary might know which door is the one is behind me. I am standing in front of Mrs. Sanchez's classroom. I came today to Bridgeport because I was enjoying so many decorations they have on those doors. So kudos to all the students from Bridgeport Elementary who are enjoying those wonderful displays for Hispanic Heritage Month. The person who is behind me actually is representing Celia Cruz. One of our colleagues already talked to you about Celia Cruz. Instead, I want to talk to you about someone else. I love books. Where I grew up, I didn't have that many books available to me. There were no libraries like the ones we have here in Indiana, so we couldn't just go and borrow books. Books are a way to transfer ideas. Books are very important to us for many reasons. One of the reasons is because we don't have to experience everything on our own. We can read what happens to other people, and based on what happens to other people, we can say, hey, I want to do that, or I don't want to do that. I want to avoid that situation. Or we can live different adventures that we cannot live. Maybe I am not able to go to Africa and enjoy one of those safaris, but I can read about them, and I can enjoy as much as I could be present, seeing and learning about those animals. Maybe you cannot travel to El Salvador, to the place where I was born, but then you can read a book that talks about El Salvador and then be able to experience what Salvadorians are experiencing when living there. Maybe you cannot go to space, but you can read about it. So books are very important for many reasons. And one of the authors that I like a lot is called Julia Alvarez. Julia Alvarez was born in New York. Her parents were from Dominican Republic. So her books tell stories that relate to the Dominican Republic. She has many different books. There is a book that is called How the Garcia Girls Lost Their Accent. As you know, I have an accent myself. And so when I speak, the sounds that come out of my mouth, they are different, a bit different. And that is because my brain was already wired to the phonetics of Spanish when I came to the USA. However, having an accent is okay. You know, you can do things. You can still do things. You can still work. You can do wonderful things, actually. You can have A's in all of your subjects. There are many other books that I like. In the Name of Salome, Saving the World, Afterlife, The Other Side, Tia Lola stories. I love them. Before We Were Free, Finding Miracles, Return to Sender, and Where Do They Go? In the Time of the Butterflies. And there are many other books that I like from Alvarez. She is a good writer, and she has written many books. And I think that everybody can tell a story. So there are many different ways that you can tell your story, and the story depends on who you are telling the story to. So go ahead, grab a pen and paper and start writing your story. Hispanic Heritage Month is a time to celebrate many things. Okay, we are celebrating you sitting on those classrooms and knowing that you might be different. One of the most important things for you is to know who you are, what you're doing right now, where you want to go, and how you're going to get there. Okay, so for now, just sit tight in the classroom, learn what the teachers are teaching you, be the best of what you can do, and then later on, you will become what you're dreaming to be right now.